If you're tired of carrying a tablet and a laptop and wish you had one device that could kind of serve both purposes, Microsoft may have the computer for you. Hi, this is Walt Mossberg from the Wall Street Journal, and this week I tested that computer. It's called the Surface Windows 8 Pro, and it's the big brother to the original Surface that Microsoft brought out in October, and which was its very first ever computer. The Pro is significantly different than the original Surface because it runs a full version of Windows 8 Pro actually, and that gives it a lot of additional capabilities that the original Surface didn't have. So let me just talk about a few of the pros and cons. On the Pro side, first of all, because it runs Windows 8 Pro, you can install on the desktop portion of the user interface all your familiar Windows 7 programs. I installed about 4 or 5. Every one of them ran speedily and well. And so, like a laptop, but unlike something like an iPad, you can run full-blown Windows programs or PC programs. Secondly, it comes with a stylus or pen that's very helpful in navigating and taking notes in the desktop part of the Surface. The original Surface was a touchscreen computer through and through, but the main touch interface called the Start Screen is separate from the desktop on both these machines, on all Windows 8 machines, and on the desktop using your finger for touch is difficult. So the stylus or pen is helpful. But there are a number of downsides to the Surface Pro, and I'll just tick some of them off quickly. First of all, it's expensive. It starts at $899 for a 64 gigabyte model, which is almost as much as you'd pay for a regular laptop and $400 more than you'd pay for the base model iPad or the base model of the original Surface. And even more expensive than an iPad with the same amount of memory. A model with twice the memory goes up to $999, and neither of those prices includes the snap-on keyboards that Microsoft came out with on the original Surface, which really are what make it operate like a laptop when you want to. The keyboard with movable keys, which I recommend of the two, costs another extra $130. Another downside, battery life. In my very tough tablet battery tests, the Surface Pro turned in a pathetic performance. It got just under 4 hours, which means that in normal use you might be able to stretch it to 5 hours. But the iPad gets 10 hours, and even the original Surface gets 7 hours in the same test. So battery life is quite weak. It's also heavy for a tablet. It weighs 2 pounds. Now that's pretty light for a laptop, but for a tablet it's heavy, too heavy, I think, to use for the same long periods as you would with any of the large Android or Apple tablets that are much lighter. It also, I thought, was difficult to use in your lap. And it has a kickstand in the back, which is kind of cool, that holds the screen up straight. But if you're using the keyboard cover and the kickstand, it doesn't work so well on your lap with the kickstand on your knees. Works fine on a desk or a table, maybe a seat tray in an airplane, but it's not great for using in your lap, whereas a regular laptop, which has a more rigid hinge screen, works fine in your lap. These are just some of the downsides that I think make the Surface Pro a truly kind of a tweener. It's not as light or as good on battery life or as inexpensive as competing tablets. And as a laptop, while it does work fine, again, on a desk, I think it isn't as versatile as a regular Windows 8 touchscreen laptop would be. So I'm less enamored of the Surface Pro than I was of the Surface RT, which I saw as basically a tablet focused around the new tablet interface in the start screen, with the addition of some parts of Microsoft Office as kind of a bonus. This is Walt Mossberg, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks.